Mula sa Asian Community Development Council, ito ang Philam in Focus. Mondays at 12 noon, right here on PHLV Radio.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Welcome to Philam in Focus, a program by the Asian Community Development Council or ACDC, wherein we discuss issues, challenges, successes, and opportunities affecting Filipino Americans. I'm Edelweiss Solano, your host. Today is Veterans Day. So to all the men and women who have served in the military, maraming salamat po for your service and all that you do for the United States. And to my papa, a retired military officer back in the Philippines, maraming salamat for your bravery, courage, and for always putting your country first. You've inspired me po in so many ways, and I will never forget your sacrifices. Thank you. So after the 2009 recession, Las Vegas saw a noticeable rise in Filipino immigrant families and veterans settling in the valley. And during this time and after, many veterans passed away, but there was often a low turnout at Filipino veterans' funerals, so highlighting a concerning lack of recognition for their service. And in the words of US Filipino Veterans Group Incorporated founder Leo Fortuno, it was sad to see a Filipino veteran die in Las Vegas and few came to say goodbye. And that was the catalyst for forming the US Veterans Group. The veterans' contributions, sacrifices, and stories deserve to be honored and remembered. Not just on Veterans Day, but every day. In honor of Veterans Day, we are joined today by the current president of the US Filipino Veterans Group Incorporated, Tito Alex Peña. And in honor again of Veterans Day, Tito Alex, thank you po for being at ACDC's Philam in Focus. And Tito Alex is a retired U.S. Air Force veteran, having served for 20 years. He is also the president of the Santa Maria Ilocos Sur Global Association. And again, Tito Alex, thank you for your continued dedication and in honoring and supporting the Filipino veterans. And your service and leadership is very inspiring for all the Filipino community.
Thank you for having me, Wise. I'm glad to be here.
Apo. Thank you. Tito Alex, can you tell us more about the group of US Filipino Veterans Incorporated?
US Filipino Veterans Group Incorporated is an offspring of the original group, which is called Filipino Veterans Group Incorporated, that was established 11 years ago. In 2022, since the first group was 501c4, and of course it's hard to get grants. In 2022, we applied for another association called the US Filipino Veterans Group. At this time, it is a 501c3 and was approved by the IRS. So obviously, it seems like we have two different organizations, but we do have the same officers, the same members, and we provide the same services to the community. So.
And Tito Alex, what does Veterans Day mean to you personally and also to the Filipino veterans that you represent?
Veterans Day means a lot to me. As a veteran, it is a chance for us to honor the services of our fellow members who serve for this country to continue protecting the freedom that we have, and also any adversaries we have throughout the world. And as this day approaches, it does not only reflect on me as a veteran, but it also reflects on my friends, my relatives, my grandfather, or my relatives also, my father-in-law that had served, especially during the World War II. And it is a solemn day for me, but at the same time, we get to celebrate their accomplishments.
Yes, and because the Filipino veterans also, yes, they represent, you all represent the bravery and also the resilience, but many of you faced hardship and sometimes overlooked too. So, what does the group do to help those who are struggling?
Well, locally here in Las Vegas, I know that we have there's a lot of veterans that are homeless. That's why we always partner with different organizations. Recently, I attended a meeting in North Las Vegas. The Tunnel to Tower Foundation was going to build 112 units at Centennial and Pecos. Those are the things that we need to promote to help the homeless veterans. At the same time, there's a big VA hospital out there in North Las Vegas. I was there for the first time last week, and I was shocked to find out the different services that they offered. So, if any veterans out there that needs help, physically or mentally, I would suggest go to the VA. They're waiting for you to to get help. So, okay.
So, and also reach out to your organization if they need
Yes.
resources.
Yes.
And I believe since its founding, the US Filipino Veterans Group has evolved significantly in response to the changing needs of the Filipino veterans. And you have also provided tax assistance,
Yes.
among others, and as well as that's free tax preparation service,
Exactly.
not just to the veterans but also to the community. And this is through the IRS.
Yes.
By
The IRS. This year we had 5 sites. In fact, one of them is right behind us, the Cambridge Recreation Center. This year they helped, I believe, over 1,400 customers, and the community was able to get over $700,000 in refunds. That is one of our main program, and also we are the only organization here in Southern Nevada to recognize the Filipino American World War II veteran every year since October 2018, except during the pandemic in 2020. We have been awarding the Congressional Gold Medal with shadow boxes. In fact, tomorrow we will be awarding 5 more. That will make it a total of 34 Congressional Gold Medals.
And that's tomorrow, and it will be
Tomorrow
held.
at the Orleans at 6 p.m. Yes. The recipients are from different areas. We have one coming from all the way from Canada,
Oh, wow.
one from Arizona, one from Reno, one and I think 2 here from locally in Las Vegas. So it's we've been doing it, we've been practicing it. I think we're about we are pro at it now, and as I'm proud to say that because due to Leo Fortuno, who first started who hosted this event for our organization, we're making it perfect every time we do it, and we are glad to do it. Okay, that is why we reach out to ACDC for support, and thank God ACDC bought all the Congressional Gold Medal and the shadow boxes that we are presenting tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So in the past, we have been doing fundraising, bowling fundraising, golf fundraising. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to support that program plus the other programs that we have, which bring me to the third one, which is the scholarship grants. We provide scholarship grants here locally through the Public Education Foundation and also in the Philippines. The scholarship in the Philippines are a 4-year award. I mean, we support them throughout the 4-year college until they graduate.
Wow, that's
Here,
excellent.
it's done locally, one student, $1,000 a year through the Public Education Foundation. So that's how we help the younger generation by helping them with their education and of course in college. So
That's excellent. And it's also giving back to the community, not just helping the veterans, but
yes,
also providing those educational resources,
right,
not just here locally, but also back in the Philippines. Wow, that's
right.
amazing, Tito.
Uh-huh.
And not just the services that you mentioned, the income, but also internet access and free telephone call nationwide. You
Well,
also provide
we
that?
haven't done that in a while
Okay.
because of the because all the there's so many different
Yes.
companies that's offering low prices on the internet, and so we decided to put that on hold right now. Another thing that we do is every Thursday at the Southern Nevada Cemetery, there are unaccompanied service members that their body don't get to be claimed. So what they do is they do services over there, and as a member or as an officer of our organization, we get to join the fellow service members to honor the ones that are not, you know, that are not sponsored or that are not claimed. So that's every Thursday. So again, we do things locally, but we also do things, outside this community.
So it's part of also preserving their legacy and then their
Yes, yes,
story,
yes.
and just like it's a brotherhood. Being in the military is part of
Exactly.
a
Because,
brotherhood.
they have served our country.
Mm-hmm.
We owe it to them to show the respect that we have for serving this country as a veteran. So,
That's amazing that what you and the group do for your fellow brothers is making sure they are remembered and respected
yes.
by the community. And Tito, can you share? You mentioned earlier about the Congressional Gold Medal. Can you share the history behind that?
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
I can
yes.
go. We have a couple hours, maybe. Anyway,
A bit brief
just for the
history.
background, during World War II, there's 260,000 Filipinos that served, to help the United States during the war. Okay, more than half of those were, well, they died because of the combat that they were involved with. Okay, and among the groups that have served during World War II, we have the different organizations such as the Navajo Code Talkers, the Tuskegee Airmen, Doolittle Tokyo Raiders. They were all recognized by Congressional Gold Medal, except for the Filipino veterans fighting side by side with Americans. So in June 2015, Senator Macy Hirono introduced Senate Bill 1555, and immediately sponsored by then Senator Reid. Okay, and in the House, Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard also introduced a bill, House Bill 2737. Okay, so with these bills being approved in July 2013, July 13, 2016, and November 30th, 2016, and signed by President Obama in December 14, 2016, it was called the Filipino Veterans of World War II Congressional Gold Medal Act of 2015. Locally here, we have been involved in soliciting support for the Congressional Gold Medal before it was approved. I was with NAFA at that time, which is National Federation of Filipino American Association. We had asked the community, all the different organizations, to sign the petition to submit to this to our senators and our congresswomen, congressmen, to ensure that they would provide support for it. And fortunately enough, it was approved. So that's one of the things that we can say proudly that we did our part here locally to get this medal approved.
Oh, thank you, Tito Alex, for sharing that. And that is one of the reasons why it is important to continue awarding those congressional gold medals to Filipino veterans to honor their service and ensuring that they receive the recognition and support that they deserve, at least to their kins and families.
And we're going beyond that. That was the first phase. The second phase is to teach the accomplishments of our Filipino veterans during World War II. That is called duty to country. And right now, the curriculum is being taught in 9 different states. Okay, here in Nevada, we don't have one yet. We are trying to get our teachers to come and meet with General Taguba tomorrow so they can see what's the curriculum exactly says, and also hopefully we will get the Clark County School District to approve it and teach it to our younger generation, so they can understand what our Filipino World War II veterans went through, the sacrifices that they made throughout the war. Okay, that's the second phase. The third phase is, I don't know if you're aware of the Rescission Act that was done by President Truman on February 18, 1946, because during the war, all the Filipino service members were considered to be American citizens. Well, in 1946, the Rescission Act deleted that. So the benefits that they were supposed to receive, they did not get it. So as a part of the third phase, we are going to be working towards rescinding that Rescission Act. I don't know if that's a proper word for it, but we're working that way. Hopefully it's not too late, because most of our World War II veterans already passed away, but it's just a matter of honoring their service. So
Wow, all your actions are working towards a very important goal. It's not just purely awarding, but there's like a second, third phase,
Yes.
like you mentioned. That's excellent, Tito.
and I believe General Tagoba is probably going to mention that at his speech tomorrow during or after the award of the CGM Congressional Gold Medal. So
It's very powerful, Tito Alex, what the organization is doing, and I'm glad that we are having this conversation, because not everyone knows about about Filipino veterans, and you just mentioned about the history and learning about those the different like laws that were the Rescission Act, and then wow. Thank you po for sharing that. And Tito, what else? What continues to motivate you in being involved in the group?
in the group, well, at my speech last year, I promised that one of my first priority is for us to find a home. Right now, when we do taxes, we do it at different location. When we have meeting, we move from one place to another. I want us to have a stable home for this organization. And thank God, keeping my fingers crossed, we were offered a building through the assistance of Sonny Binoya, who works at Governor Lombardo's office, and Commissioner Marilyn Kirkpatrick. They offered us a building to use,
Wow.
believe it or not. And hopefully within a month or so, we will be able to find out when can we start using that building.
Wow.
That was my speech last year, and thank God, I think he's looking at us and say, your wish is granted, but we're keeping our fingers
Yes.
crossed.
Well,
So,
everything takes time.
yes,
In God's perfect time.
yes.
Wow.
So-
I'm excited for you po. Well,
Thank you.
yay. Oh my gosh. And then also, Tito, do you feel that it's your, of course, it's your responsibility to advocate for your fellow Filipino veterans?
Definitely. Not only for my fellow veterans, but also for their families. When one of our members passed away, we present them a shadow box. We gave it to the family in honor of that member's service. Okay, I know the sacrifice that the family had to go through while that service member is serving, whether here in the States or overseas. So that's one way we can honor the family. And of course, when someone needs a immediate assistance. Like last December, we had a veteran in Pahrump that needed his water heater broke and needed some financial help. So we had members in our group who was willingly able to purchase and have that water heater installed in the middle of winter. And he was so grateful that we were able to help him. And we went to visit him at his house, and come to find out, this member's this Navy veteran, his wife is also sick. So in those instances, we were so glad that we were able to help him at that time. We don't get to see the whole picture, but you can sense the gratitude of that service member once we start talking to him, and also what he's going through at the current time. So it's what should I say? It's a sad feeling, but we also glad that we were able to help him. That's how I felt.
Wow, and that's and it's more than enough to
Yes, especially in the middle of winter. No water heater.
yeah.
It's hard to take shower without hot water. So,
It's not like unlike the Philippines, like you can shower without the heating. Yeah.
malamig.
Opo, well, I'm glad you were able to help that
Yes.
veteran po, and provide even not just the water heater, but then help the wife as well.
Yes,
And that small act went a long way.
definitely. Yes.
Thank you. And ano po, how do you hope the next generation of Filipino Americans will continue to honor the legacy of veterans?
For the younger generation, I would hope that if they are given a chance to serve this country, do it, because you can learn a lot of. And I would not say it's all good stuff. You can learn bad stuff in there too, but it all depends on the individual. Because to serve this country, it's worth it. Okay, I can see a lot of ups and downs, but if you serve in the military, you will see the difference. Okay, because military, you are taught to be disciplined. You are taught to to work your problem thoroughly by planning ahead, and also cooperation and provide leadership to the younger generation. It's like me passing the buck to my son, and also my sons to be future daughter or son down the road. So it's something that I would I wish that it would happen. But again, I understand also that not everyone is able to serve in the military. And the only thing I ask in that case is continue serving the community any way that you can to make our country better.
No, thank you, Tito Alex. And before we close this episode, one more message that you would like to leave with our listeners, even if you have said it earlier already. What is the importance of honoring veterans, especially Filipino veterans?
First of all, if you see a veteran, thank them for their services. Okay. If you see a disabled veteran or somebody that needs help them out by referring them to someone that that can help them. Okay. I know there's a lot of homeless veterans here in Southern Nevada. If you know an agency that can help them, please refer them to that agency. Okay. For us Filipinos, sometimes we are not as open for assistance, but if you are one of them that needs help, please get help.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tito Alex. I feel honored to be talking to you, and thank you for your service.
Thanks.
And again, to all our viewers and listeners, honoring veterans, especially ang ating mga kababayan Filipino veterans. It is not just about remembering their past service, but also recognizing their enduring contributions to the freedoms that we enjoy today. Ang mga Filipino veterans po are facing unique challenges during and after their service, and often being overlooked by history and denied the benefits they deem they earned, the benefits they have earned. So it's very vital that we as a community continue to raise awareness, advocate for their rights, and ensure that their stories are told. Their bravery and sacrifice shape not only our country's history, but the lives of generations to come. So let us honor them not just on Veterans Day, but every day by ensuring they are recognized, supported, and remembered for all they have done. Again, I'd like to invite everyone visit the US Filipino Veterans Group Incorporated online at www.usphilveterans.org. And again, Tito Alex, maraming salamat po, at sa ating mga Filipino veterans, maraming salamat. Tito Alex, your insight and dedication to honoring our Filipino veterans po is inspiring. I'm very inspired today and to learn more about the history. And I appreciate your time and commitment po to be here and for this very important cause. And to all our viewers and listeners, thank you po for watching Philamin Focus, a program by the Asian Community Development Council. For more information about ACDC, please visit our website at acdcnv.org and follow us on our social media channels. We appreciate your support and look forward to bringing you more stories that matter to our community. Maraming salamat po. Hanggat sa muli.